Good afternoon. Hi, everyone.
Hi, welcome back to another live session of Let's Update Language Academy. My name is Kate.
And my name is Ardra. So, Surya ma'am she is having some personal issues, so that's why she is not here. So, I am joining with Kate today for our IELTS speaking test. Okay, all right. Yes,
But
Kate ma'am.
we have a happy news to announce with you guys because in the recent IELTS examination, we got 100% results because most of the students got good band scores. I think.
Okay, almost all of them scored a band score of overall 8. And congratulations to all our winners. And the opportunity is still open for you. You can join us for your future endeavors. And we'll start with the cue card preparation.
Okay.
So moving to the question, we have taken a new question. So I'll read out the question. Describe a famous sports person or athlete that you admire. Okay. So the first thing I want to tell you is like the pronunciation of the word athlete. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because most of the students pronounce that athlete.
Yeah.
It's not athlete, it's athlete.
It is athlete and athletics. Okay, so it is athletics and athlete. You should not mispronounce the word as athlete, it is athlete. Okay, all right. So, ma'am, can you read the prompts?
Okay, and first sub questions is who is the person, what he is like in real life, what is his or her achievement, and why do you admire him?
Okay, so basically, when you get a question like sports person or athlete, you can either talk about a sports person from cricket, football, or whatever sports that you watch, or if it is strictly talk about a famous athlete that you admire, then you can talk about an athlete, not a sports person. So that you should know the difference between a sports person and an athlete. Okay, ma'am, what is the difference between a sports person and an athlete?
I think a sports person is one who expertises in particular sport like football, cricket. But athlete is one who performs in a track events like field events like sprints, running or javelin throws, so on. But sport is something like football, cricket, golf. But not all sports persons are athlete. But I think all athletes are sports
Yeah,
persons.
they are into some physical activity. So obviously this is the difference between sports person and an athlete. If the question is same like this, describe a famous person or an athlete, of course you can say either a sports person from your favorite sports team like Messi, Ronaldo, Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, whomever it is, and athlete, you have to talk someone who is participated in Olympic events or Asian Games. Okay, so all of you know athlete എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഏറ്റവും സിമ്പിളായിട്ട് പറയാൻ പറ്റുന്നത് കുറച്ചും കൂടി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നത് ഒളിമ്പിക്സ് അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഏഷ്യൻ ഗെയിംസിലൊക്കെ ദോസ് പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റഡ് ഇൻ ഒളിമ്പിക്സ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഏഷ്യൻ ഗെയിംസ് ഒക്കെ ആയിരിക്കും. Okay, so this is the basic difference between sports person and an athlete. If the question is strictly focusing on an athlete, you should talk about someone who is on tracks, ഇപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ ഒളിമ്പിക്സിലോ ഏഷ്യൻ ഗെയിംസിലോ ഒക്കെ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത
കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഫിസിക്കൽ എഫേർട്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫിസിക്കൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഇതിൽ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നവരാണ് അത്ലീറ്റ് പറയുന്നത്. സ്പോർട്സ് പേഴ്സൺ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അങ്ങനെയല്ല.
ഇൻഡോർ സ്പോർട്സ് റൈറ്റ്. സ്പോർട്സ് പേഴ്സൺ രണ്ടിലും ഫിസിക്കൽ എഫേർട്ട് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നെസസറി. ഇപ്പോൾ ഫിസിക്കൽ എഫേർട്ട് എല്ലാത്തിലും നെസസറി ആണല്ലോ. Yes, of course it is necessary, but there is a difference between sports person and athlete. All sports person cannot be athletes and all athletes can be sports persons. Okay.
So we'll go to the preparation part.
Yeah, so we are using the cross method here. So I know you are familiar with the cross method because Kate ma'am and Surya ma'am was teaching you all across the last 3 or 4 videos, right?
Okay, if you're new in the live, we'll explain what is a cross method. We'll draw a cross and we try to answer all the sub questions in a very short way. We'll do a demo. Okay.
So here the question is, who is the person? So I am considering Usain Leo Bolt. So that is his full name, Usain Bolt. His name is Usain Leo Bolt, Usain Leo Bolt, and he is a sprinter. He is a sprinter, and who is this person? He is a world record holder. Okay, so he is a world record holder. So these are the keywords. Who is the person? Okay.
Yes.
Next one, what he is like in real life. So in real life, he is currently retired in 2017, and he is a full-time businessman these days. So he owns multiple businesses like a chain restaurant, and there are several other businesses he owns. So he is a full-time businessman and the brand ambassador of Puma.
Yes.
Brand ambassador of Puma. Okay. So this is what he is in his real life these days. And the third question, what is his or her achievements? So of course, he is a Guinness World Record holder for 19 times. Okay.
Oh,
So he
that's a great
owns
achievement.
19 Guinness World Records. Then 8-time Olympics gold medalist. Gold medalist.
I think it's the fastest.
And he is known as the fastest man alive. Fastest man alive. Okay. Then the last question, why do you admire him? So this is a general question. Okay. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു സ്പോർട്സ് പേഴ്സൺ ആണെങ്കിലും ഒരു അത്ലീറ്റ് ആണെങ്കിലും അതല്ല ഒരു സെലിബ്രിറ്റി ആണെങ്കിലും why you admire a particular person? So there are some common characteristics like so what can be them?
Yeah, the dedication.
Yes, of course, their dedication. It is also applicable with the for the
All the questions.
yes, all questions.
If you're
all
talking about a
pers-
business person or an actor, whatever.
Yes, your favorite celebrity or a famous person. Why do you admire him? Or it can be a successful business person, like ma'am said. So of course, we can use these common words or common characteristics to say why do you admire a person for any questions or any cue cards. Okay, yeah, yes, ma'am. Then we have perseverance. That is really important, right? Perseverance. Then he should be passionate, right? A person should be passionate in order to be successful in their life. Then hard work. He should have the mindset of for working hard. Then we could add consistency. Consistency is the key to success. Okay. All right.
I think we missed the generalist statement.
Yes.
We have to include a generalist statement before it.
Okay. So these are the keywords that we used for our preparation. So you'll get 1 minute preparation and you'll be given with a pen and a paper so that you can just jot down like this and utilize that 1 minute for preparation. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So this is all about the preparation part. Now we can jump into the general statement.
Yes. How can you prepare a general statement? I think it's all about sport or someone you admire. So, is there an idea, ma'am?
Okay, so mostly I think all students or some of the students are not into sports. Okay, so they might not be into sports or they may not be able to know all the minute details about a particular sport that they enjoy. So that you can just say whether you are a sports enthusiast or not. Okay, so it is a beautiful start, right?
Yeah.
So if you are not a sports enthusiast, you can obviously start like that. Okay. Well, I am not a sports enthusiast, but whenever I get some free time, I love to watch some of the sports or some of the tests along with my family. And one of them is cricket, but I am not a fan of watching Olympics or such events. And I I am just admire or I am admired to one of the athletes I know from my childhood is Mr. Usain Senlio Bolt. He is a sprinter. Okay, so isn't enough?
Yes, right. If you're an enthusiast or sports enthusiast, you can definitely say I have a personal interest in sports or I love watching sports. So on, it's your personal interest. But
Yeah,
definitely you have to form a general statement other than directly jumping to the sub-questions.
yeah.
Okay.
So when you frame a general statement, you can just flow into this topic. Okay, rather than just jumping into the topic, you can just flow into the topic. It will be better than just starting with, I would like to talk about a famous personality or
That's a
famous
cliche
athlete.
dialogue, right?
Yeah. So you should avoid this cliche. Instead, you can give a general statement to convince a bit better than the previous way or the conventional way of talking.
Yes.
Okay.
The overall presentation style is quite better if you start with a general statement.
Right. Exactly. So we will move
Have a
further.
small demo?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll answer the first question here. So as I already mentioned, I am not a sports enthusiast, but I would like to watch some of the sports shows along with my family. And I would like to talk about an athlete who is known from I know him from my childhood. His name is Usain Senlio Bolt. He was a sprinter. He is currently retired now, but he was a sprinter. He started his career in the early 2000s, and he is a world record holder for his 100 meters, 200 meters, and 400 meters relay in Olympics. And he also achieved several gold medals in the events. And the second question about his real life, he is currently retired. He retired from his events due to his injuries in 2017, and now he is a full-time businessman. He owns multiple restaurants, and he also having several other businesses and other organizations. He also does some charity, and he is the brand ambassador of Puma, who is promoting some sports apparels, shoes, and other things that are necessary for sports people. And he owns or he possesses a lot of records. Like he owns 19 Guinness World Records for his achievements in sports, and he also contributed a lot. That is why he got 8-time Olympics gold. He is an 8-time Olympics gold medalist, and 3 years he achieved gold medals in the 3 consecutive years. Even though he got several injuries during the events, during the competitions, he achieved all these awards and all these medals. That is why I admire him, because of his passion towards his goal, his ambition, his dream. Even though he is not from a rich background, he somehow survived, and he beat all the hurdles and obstacles to become what he desired to be. So that is what I always get admired, or that is what makes me motivated or encouraged to do more. And apart from that, his dedication, his perseverance, and his consistency. So some people used to just give up after their injuries or having some defeat happen in their life, but still he managed and he survived, and he consistently put his effort into making his goals into a reality. So that is why I am so passionate about this person, and still I would like to know more about this person more.
Okay, man, that was a wonderful presentation because you've given a detailed explanation of each question. So it actually helps us to expand your answers because we need a time limit. We have a time limit of 2 minutes. So most of the students struggles to meet that time limit. So I think expanding each answers or trying to instead of saying a single word answers, it's better to give an explanation why you who is this person, why he's like in real life. It is because his retirement, he started a business. So there is a why in every questions when you answered it. So that was nice.
All right. So I think you are clear with the preparation and how we can elaborate all these points together to make it into 2 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we are moving to part 3, where you have a lot more work than your cue card, where you have to give an explanation and you have to give your opinion along with us. Okay.
Yes.
So
There will
we'll
be some general and also personal questions here. Okay.
okay.
So first question is, what qualities should an athlete have?
Okay. So
I think we already mentioned the
we
cue
all
card.
yes, we already discussed what made you admire that person, right? അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ നിന്ന് തന്നെ it is evident that the qualities, okay, so when you admire a person you'll always look for the good qualities in them, right? So that you have to mention all this repeatedly in this question. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You have an answer for it?
Yeah, you have to answer the question. What qualities should an athlete have?
Yeah, I think yeah, dedication is really important when it comes to sport. Consistent training and hard work is really important. Apart from that, I think perseverance is really important. Um, uh, especially in the sports where one faces a lot of challenges and it's a very competitive field, so continuous practice or a fight is required or strive is required in this field. So that's the qualities that is required as an athlete.
Right. So we could say consistency, then perseverance, then what else?
Dedication,
Dedication,
competitive mind.
competitive.
Because there will be a lot of failures and winnings in this. One should accept the failure also. A person who have a competitive mind can also always accept the failures in life.
Yeah, he should be consistent and avoid procrastination. So you can use this term procrastination. So this is a very common word these days, procrastination. So it is a new fashioned word. Procrastination is very common these days because people are procrastinating everything. But if you want to be successful in sports or any sector, you have to be consistent without procrastinating things. So obviously it is one of the qualities that require to be a better successful person in sports or whichever field you want. Okay, so we have answered the first question. Moving to the next question.
Okay. Is talent is important in sports?
Yes, it is indeed important in sports, but it should not be like innate talent. Okay, so a person can be trained. So, as from my opinion or from my perspective, I believe a person can be trained in order to become successful in sports, because even though he is not having an innate quality or an innate ability to become a good person or become talented in sports, but still there are some provisions to improve his skills in order to be a better sports person.
Yes. Okay. So here she used the word innate here. What actually means? I think it's in not
Born
inborn
talent.
or
Innate means born talent. Okay, born talent. Okay, so from birth, a talent that you possess from your birth. It is
inborn
inborn
talent.
talent.
You can use both, but innate is more specific or
Yes.
precise word for it.
It is actually innate talent is a kind of collocation. So these words can be used together so that it will be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
In third question, we have, do you think physical education and sports at school are necessary for students? Why? So there is two questions. There's a why questions here. So if you're saying yes or no, you definitely have to give a
Why or why not?
yeah.
Do you think physical education and sports at school are necessary for students? So Of course, it is necessary for students' mental and physical well-being. So, when the school authority, introduce sports in their curriculum, it can improve the students' motor skills as well as their physical and mental well-being. It will help them to ease the academic burden they have in their school life, and some of them might not be good at academics, so they can have a different path or a different way of living or their career in with the help of sports. Okay, so obviously it is a kind of relief for them,
Yes.
as well as it can be a career path, so it can be open to a new career path, right?
Yeah.
If a person is not good at academics, obviously he can have career, so he can become a cricket man, or he can become a footballer,
Yeah, physical
obviously.
trainer.
Yeah, he can be a cricketer. I'm sorry, it's a cricketer and footballer. All
Okay.
right. Okay. So I think it is
Very
enough.
important. Yes. Why there are only few top athletes?
Okay. Well, it's a controversial question. So uh, we can take it into two ways, like in the early years and now. Okay. So earlier days, that is absolutely right. There were few top athletes, but nowadays there are enough sports clubs and sports institutions, clubs are there to promote and encourage students to get into more or involve more into sports. So obviously, um, we can consider it in two ways. So I'll answer the question why there are only few top athletes. So there is always a perception and a belief, a stereotype, say a stereotypical belief in our society that sports cannot make a person successful. Sports alone cannot make a person successful. That is why parents and family members in the society is reluctant to send their kids for further training in sports activities. That's why we have less top athletes, and it needs perseverance and a lot of qualities to become a good or a successful person in sports. Okay, so that is why there are
Very
few top athletes, but these days there are sports institutions and sports clubs are there in the nook and corner. So that the approach and the mentality of the society towards sports is changing rapidly. Okay.
Okay, so now the society is more of a encouraging people to choose different passions or professions. Okay, so I think I've noticed the idiom there, that is nook and corner. What is actually nook and corner? I know it, but can you give an explanation for it?
Sure. So, nook and corner, it is a common phrase that we use in our daily life, like ഓരോ മുക്കിലും മൂലയിലും.
Yeah,
അതാണ്
exactly.
exactly that is a Malayalam phrase we use,
Nook and
or
corner.
it is everywhere. Okay, it is very familiar and very common in every place. That is called nook and corner. Okay, the sports academies are sprouting like mushrooms, and that this can be seen every nook and corner. Okay.
Sprouting is a mushroom. That is also an idiomatic
Yeah,
phrase.
sprouting like
Mushroom or
mushrooms.
sprung up like mushroom.
Yeah.
Or that is an idiomatic phrase.
Yes. Sprouting like mushrooms. സോ ഇന്നലെ പെയ്ത മഴയ്ക്ക് ഉണ്ടായതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ കണ്ടിന്യൂസ്, അതായത് അധികം പെട്ടെന്നൊരു ഗ്രോത്ത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൂടുതലായിട്ട് പെട്ടെന്നൊരു നമ്പറിൽ ഒരു ഗ്രോത്ത് ഇൻക്രീസ് വരുന്നതിനാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് സ്പ്രൗട്ടിങ് ലൈക്ക് മഷ്റൂംസ് പറയുന്നത്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നൂക്ക് ആൻഡ് കോർണർ ഇസ് ഓൾ അബൌട്ട് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് പ്രസൻറ്റ് എവ്രിവെയർ. അതിനാണ് നമ്മൾ നൂക്ക് ആൻഡ് കോർണർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ യു ക്യാൻ യൂസ് ദീസ് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് phrases in your
I think ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് റേഡിയോ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. Physical education, physical training helps one to be fit as a fiddle. Fit as fiddle.
Fiddle.
Yes.
Okay. So today we learned different phrases and we learned about Usain Bolt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you have a thorough knowledge about Usain Bolt and his achievements from today's session. So you can learn it for your further
I think
cricket
സെയിം തന്നെ
preparation.
നമുക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ആ ഒരു അഡ്മയർ ലാസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റൻ ഒക്കെ നമുക്ക് എല്ലാത്തിനും പറയാൻ പറ്റുന്ന സെയിം ഇത് തന്നെയായിരുന്നു അല്ലെ. All the qualities, all the most of the all famous personalities possess these qualities.
യെസ്, അതല്ല ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ ഫേമസ് പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റി അല്ലെങ്കിലും ഇപ്പം എ പേഴ്സൺ ഹൂം യു അഡ്മയർ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഐ ക്യാൻ ടോക്ക് അബൌട്ട് എ പേഴ്സൺ. ഇപ്പം ഐ ക്യാൻ ടോക്ക് അബൌട്ട് സം വൺ ഹൂ ഈസ് വെരി ക്ലോസ് ടു മീ, ബട്ട് അവരുടെ ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക്സ് വിൽ ബി സെയിം.
Yeah.
റൈറ്റ്. ഇഫ് എ പേഴ്സൺ അതിപ്പോൾ ഫേമസ് ആണെങ്കിലും അല്ലെങ്കിലും ഇഫ് എ പേഴ്സൺ ഈസ് സക്സസ്ഫുൾ, ഓഫ് കോഴ്സ് ദർ ഷുഡ് ബി എ ഡെഡിക്കേഷൻ ബിഹൈൻഡ് ദറ്റ്, their passion towards their goals and their consistency. Everything matters, so that we can use these terms for describing a person. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരാളുടെ ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക്സ് പറയുമ്പോൾ we can use these terms. Okay, so we have learned few vocabulary, then procrastination ഒക്കെ നമ്മളൊന്ന് പഠിച്ചു. So we have few vocabulary, few phrases, and we talked a lot about the famous personality and the difference between athlete and sports person.
And pronunciation of athlete.
Yeah, pronunciation of athlete, that is really important. ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഫുള്ള് പറയുമ്പോൾ അത്ലറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിനേക്കാളും അത്ലീറ്റ് എന്ന് പ്രോപ്പറായിട്ട് പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യുക. സോ പ്രൊനൗൺസിയേഷൻ ഇസ് റിയലി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് ഇൻ യുവർ സ്പീക്കിംഗ്.
Yeah, yes. 4 criteria.
Yeah, important. Okay, so I think for today that is more than enough, and all the best for your preparation. And once again, we have an opportunity here, so you can pay your fees later, your achievement, your successful achievement of your required band score, so that you can join for your IELTS training in our academy. And we are providing individual
attention and grammar materials, and also if you got an expert trainer or guidance from one who is expertise in this field, definitely you can score your desired score, because everyone has some weaknesses. That's why they lose their score, but once we identified it, it will be better to score your desired score.
Okay, so once again we congratulate our winners. So that is your chance, don't miss it. And അടുത്ത വീഡിയോയിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നെക്സ്റ്റ് കമ്മിങ് മന്ത്സിൽ we can also congratulate you as well as our winner, so that please join us. And we are offering a lot of courses here. We have OET, IELTS, PT, German, which are offline and online courses. And so that's all about. Thank you for listening us. We'll be coming with other videos in the coming weeks. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.